You took all your courage, you read the signals right, or so you thought. You touched her hand lightly and she pulled away. That moment of silence after her hand withdraws can be so heavy it is hard to breathe. In your head, a series of questions immediately appears. Did I do something wrong? Does she hate me? Did I just ruin everything I built? And the reaction of most men at that moment is one of two, either acting cold as if nothing happened or trying to fill that silence by talking too much. Both are wrong, and both can end the relationship right then and there. Today, I want to tell you something that perhaps no one has said straight out, that pulling away is often not about whether she likes you or not and how you handle the next moment, not the touch before. It is what decides everything. Let us start with the first thing to do, and this is also the hardest thing for many people because it goes against instinct. Step back immediately. No explanation, no hesitation. When she pulls her hand back, the amygdala in her brain, the area that processes danger and warnings has just been activated. Regardless of the reason her body is in a defensive state, the only thing that can turn off that warning signal immediately is your action in the next 3 seconds, which is about the time of 3 calm heartbeats. If you withdraw your hand gently, smile naturally, and continue the story as normal, her brain receives the signal, this person does not force. This person respects my boundaries. This person is safe. If you stare at her hand, act confused, or change your attitude abruptly, her brain receives the exact opposite signal. Calmness in that moment is not passive. It is the most powerful, proactive action you can do, and mature women recognize that immediately, even if they do not say it. But complete silence is not always right either. Sometimes it is necessary to speak out, but speak the right way. Communication about the communication itself. In psychology, this is called metacommunication, the ability to talk about what is happening in the conversation instead of just continuing the conversation as if nothing happened. And the sentence you say does not need to be complicated. In fact, it is better the simpler it is. Try this. I feel like I might be moving a bit too fast. I want to make sure that you always feel comfortable with me. No over apologizing, because apologizing too much creates awkwardness. No long explanations, because explaining much makes you look like you are defending yourself. Just a sincere acknowledgement and a clear statement of your intentions. When you say that sentence, observe if her shoulders drop, if her breath slows down, if her eyes soften. You just did what few men can do. You made her feel seen and respected in the same moment. The third point, and this is the most important point for you to truly understand what is happening with her, the pulling away is not about you. It is about what happened before you appeared. Mature women carry a history. Not all of that history is gentle, and sometimes a completely harmless touch, even if light, even if well-timed, even if full of good intentions, accidentally touches a memory she has hidden for a long time. In psychology, this is called a trigger, an emotional fuse. It is not that she is rejecting you. She is reacting to a feeling from the past that the touch accidentally called up. Understanding. This completely changes how you perceive that moment. Instead of feeling rejected, you feel empathy. Instead of withdrawing because of hurt, you stay because of understanding. And she will feel that difference immediately. There's a practical thing to remember. Observe if she often avoids specific positions, the nape of the neck, the small of the back, or other areas, not to analyze, but to adjust your behavior in the most subtle and respectful way. And the fourth point, this is what brings the most sustainable safety, not just in one date, but in the entire relationship. Always leave her in the proactive position and give warning instead of surprise. Safety comes from the ability to predict. When she knows what is about to happen, when her personal space is not invaded unexpectedly, her nervous system can relax and open up. That means instead of touching, suddenly narrow the distance gradually, let her body have time to adapt to your presence before there is contact. And sometimes it is not always necessary, but sometimes a simple question like, "Can I hold your hand?" is not weakness. It is confidence large enough to not need to guess blindly. Mature women do not want a timid man. They want a man aware enough to know when to move forward and when to wait. Now here is the twist that I want you to really think about. Did you know that pulling away is sometimes an unconscious test of safety? It is not that she intentionally challenges you, but her nervous system does. It is observing, how will this man react when he does not get what he wants. If you react with self-pity, with coldness, with anger, even for a fleeting second, she just got the answer she needed. And that answer confirms her fear. This person is not safe. But if you react with calmness, with gentleness, with the ability to continue being present without carrying hurt, you just passed the hardest test. You just proved that you can stay even when things do not go your way, and that not the best phrase or the perfect touch that is what opens the door into the inner world of a mature woman. So remember the 4 steps. Step back immediately to create safety. Speak out feelings to create understanding. Understand about trauma to truly respect, and always leave her in the proactive position to protect her right to control. Physical touch with mature women is not the goal. It is the reward of trust, and trust is built every small moment like this. Have you ever fallen into this awkward situation, and how did you handle it? Comment your experience below. No need for real names, no need to be long, just be real. Hit like and share. If this video helped you understand more about the heart of women and about yourself in difficult moments, subscribe to Femina Mind to continue the journey of becoming the most subtle and courageous version of a man. See you in the next video.